Welcome to the program called Get Your 10. Not get your 9, not get your 7, not get your 6, not get your 5. Definitely not go into your 4s. Forget about your 3. Nothing I can do can erase your mind of the 2s and sad, disgust, and pathetic sorrow 1s. This today is all about finding your 10 online, identifying what your 10 looks like. Now you can use these skills to also find who your 10 is in real life through the line of questioning and screening and vetting that we've talked about in this program. But this today particularly is about online. What does a 10 look like? Now, as women become more and more attractive, you will find that less women are actually demonstrating who they are online. And the more attractive a girl is, the less likely she is to actually write a great bio. So you find this girl is like beautiful, enough to be a bartender or model or cocktail waitress, and you're lucky if you can get one line out of her sometimes, like on her profile. You know, it's like she feels entitled to not have to write anything. But there's some girls that are actually attractive and make the effort to write a profile. Now, it's never going to be as good as yours. It's never going to be as badass as yours because you like actually strategize it day over day. You're like, if I don't get any results, I'm going to tweak my profile for a month until it gets better. Hot girls don't do that, but what they will do is at least put some effort into a few sentences. So today we're going to look at what makes an attractive profile in a girl in the Western world, because we're not looking at Eastern Europe, unfortunately, because they're all just perfect over there. And we're going to narrow these down to what I think are some of the best. I've actually taken screenshots of some girls I think are amazing, and I'm going to show these to you today so we can go through them together. First one, Ellen. Now, why do I think that Ellen is a 10? Well, because Ellen is cute. She's a run-of-the-mill girl. You know, she's risky enough to dye her hair gray, pick up an antique phone, and it looks like hold cables in her hand. And that's her go-to picture. That's her first picture. Trying to be attractive, but not too attractive. I think if you're into that kind of style, that hipster style, trendy girl doesn't try too hard, this might be interesting. That's what I read from this picture. I'm artistic, I'm trendy, I like to do things, I'm not gonna show my body too much, this is who I am. But more so, I like her description. Curious, playful, ambitious. Now, if you notice, those 3 things she described are internal qualities. She'd say, I'm hot, I like yoga, I like going to the gym, and my puppy, and my friends. Everybody likes their puppy. That's why it's your puppy. Everybody likes their friends. Why they're your friends. Tell me something I don't know. Biatch. But instead she says curious, playful, ambitious, which is inner qualities that she has. She's taking the time to be introspective. So I like that she has those things and knows those things about her. And all or nothing. YOLO, kind of funny and playful there, a little bit of a joke. Independent and relentless optimist. Ooh, damn girl. You went deep on that. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Okay. Now that sounds like it could have been a line from a book, but I still like the fact that she went there anyways. So you know what, Ellen, you get a like. There you go. And then she goes, nothing serious on the bottom. That don't bother me. ENTP, which is pretty common in LA. Everybody writes that in LA, even though this is Canada. Chaotic, neutral. She lists her height. No smoking. I like that. You know what? You can get a super like. Bling. All right. Next one, Jessica. Damn, girl. Booty shot the dress, but you went with the non-face photo. Interesting. Sometimes I don't go for a girl that has the non-face photo because it means she has something to hide. But in this situation, I think that's pretty good. Now, Jessica, she says, my daughter and my dog are my life. Now, this is, if you're like, I don't know if I like single parent moms, but you know what? Jessica looking fine as hell, and Jessica's 27. So, the term in the manosphere is sexual market value. 27 is still a good young age that if she has a daughter, versus like a girl who's like 34, never been married and has a daughter, right? Those are 2 completely different things. This is probably she had a daughter with some guy, was that jerk, didn't work out, or had a daughter with some guy, long-term relationship, was married, that didn't work out. It's up to you if you want to do that. I work for the HW, I don't know what that is, at a mental health center. Ooh, you got ass and you got brains and you got heart? Dancing, drinks, and food. Pretty basic, we're fine enough. Let's go to her other picture. Is this her other picture here? Yeah, this is her other picture. She's looking cute. She got a little cute thing. So she went the ass photo first, which I understand. Then she also went with the I'm just cute and innocent photo, which is dope, relatable. I appreciate that. Next up, we got Kate. Kate looking kind of serious. Kate working at a veterinary assistant hospital. That's fine enough. Now, she says, veterinary assistant living in Toronto, crazy cat lady, aspiring dog owner, which I'd expect for somebody who works as a vet. Experience in drinking wine, pretty basic. Beards are a plus. Oh, what if I can't grow a beard? Pretty basic so far. Probably sing more than someone with my voice should. Self-deprecating humor. I appreciate that. Kate. appreciates a dad bod. Oh, Kate, all right, you lowering your standards there a little bit. You saying that a man doesn't have to be perfect, which opens the door for a lot of us. Solid car passenger. So I think she's saying she's good at going shotgun in a car riding with you. So even though she's pretty basic, at first she did say that she appreciates a guy with a dad bod, and she can't sing that well even though she tries. And you know, she's pretty cute. So because of that, in that situation, like imagine you have this girl who's like an 8, maybe 8.5, and she has to go about humbling herself to make fun of herself in the profile, and also has ambition to like take care of animals and work in a vet, and also makes fun of herself for singing and says she appreciates God. Like for her to even conjure up the emotion to write this 7 bullet point thing and like say what she did, she gets a pass just for that. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have to reach inside of herself and try to pull something out. Now, it might not be like as good as like introspective, creative, passionate individual with visions of changing the world, but for her, that's a lot. Relative to her, that's a lot, man. So Kate gets a pass. Next one, Coco. Hey, Coco. She says yoga, skin diving. I think it's a mistake. I'd like to go skin diving with Coco. Skydiving, writing, traveling, jazz, cat, nature at 420. I am not smoker and drinker. It's still pretty basic. You know, it's not really that impressive to me, but whatever. So let's explain Coco for a second here. Coco says yoga, skydiving, writing, traveling, jazz, cats, nature 420. This is every chick's profile on the fucking internet. Right? I made fun of this before. I like my friends. I like my school. I like my job. I like my everything. I smoke. I have drinks. If you, I'm not here for a hookup. Like, it's literally like verbatim copy and paste. So this is the average profile. This is the benchmark of every profile. This is like a 4 to me. This profile is a 4. It doesn't even get a pass to a 5. It's just a 4. But I wanted to put this in here so you have that benchmark. Moving right along. Christina. Oh, look at Christina standing next to her car or somebody else's car in the back. Can't even see you, girl. Not here for hookups, big X. Help me finally get rid of this app. Okay, you're not here for hookups. I like that's your first opening line. That's like me saying, I'm on a dating app to not date. Pretty stupid. So I would give her a no automatically. Help me get rid of this app. But then also her Instagram handle, I'll paraphrase it. Money Playboy is her Instagram handle. So I'm not gonna add Money Playboy to the internet to add like who are you? What? No, you're not a 10. You're not even close. But you're fine as hell, but I gotta pass on you, bitch. Girl Jessica, 27, just looking for my Jim Halpert. I don't even know who that is, but she's got a great body, so you want to like her, right? The thing is, you shouldn't super like her because she's made no effort at all to say anything about herself. And she says her profile is based on her looks. One of my buddies who just came back from Helsinki, he says, we want to date girls that are pretty, but don't base their identity on the fact that they're pretty. So they should have profile pictures of them doing stuff, passions, nature, hiking, at an art museum, but not just the fact that they're pretty is what their profile gets by on. That's who we're not looking to date. You go to Instagram, you see that on a girl's Instagram, do not date her. Okay, now let's look at this girl, Nicole. Owner at some place, we'll blank out here. But she owns something. Great. She's owning something. She's, whatever. She's CEO of myself, CEO of her life. Even though it might be a shitty company and a shitty job, at least she's trying. The fact that the girl is trying, she's going to get props for that. Now, she's trying and it's actually great. Has a website with a functioning Shopify shopping cart. And she's doing ads. Whoa, more power to her. So she could just say, like, I'm CEO of this business. And really, like, the business is in her imagination. I saw something really funny today about LinkedIn profiles. It's like, it says cryptocurrency investor, serial entrepreneur, means failed jobs. ICO analyst, visionary, like all this bullshit stuff that people say on the internet to big up their profile. But she says she likes the teams. She lists a whole bunch of teams that she likes: travel, photography, fashion, country raised, brunch enthusiast, least picky eater in the world. Will try anything once. Have her of all fun. I'll give her a pass. In my experience, this would be like a 7 profile. She has no introspective ability. She just thinks that listing things that she does are important, but it gets a pass. All right, so this Joseline girl, now she's pretty fucking hot. She's cute. She's blanked out her friends with a disgusting, horrible, like horror movie blotches over their face, look like blood and murder. Besides that, let's look at her profile she wrote. For a girl this hot that wrote this, look, it's a bonus if you're tall, have tattoos, have a beard, nice hair, blah, blah, blah. Some bullshit, whatever, okay? Only having a pic of your sexy torso is stupid as fuck. Not getting you anywhere, baby boy. Turn offs, bad breath, bad hygiene, bad hair. If you have a crazy horseshoe, just commit and shave it, dude. Sometimes I be swiping less so fast I accidentally miss you. Then slap my forehead doing so. In that case, message me on Instagram. So I don't like her profile that much. Actually, I want to take back my rating. I want to give her a 6 or a 5 in terms of the rating of what I think a 10 should be, because for the pure reason that she just says everything she hates. It's just basically like a big neg. The whole profile is a big neg towards men. She says, if you're perfect, message me, right? But she says nothing about herself. She gives no information. So I don't like her that much. I give her a 6 on 10. This girl, Erin, okay? She says, director of video production, self-employed. First photo was her looking cute in her messy-ass bedroom, like all girls do with their fucking pillows on the floor. I don't want to put my face on those pillows. They're on the floor all the time. But she's very, very good looking. I think she's model quality good looking, but she's got like cute regular clothing on, like sweatpants. She's like not really trying too hard with her beauty. Next photo is her lying down, also not trying too hard, looking cute. Profile's pretty dope. Love creating videos, composing music, writing, singing, taking photos, helping animals, farmers markets, adventures, cycling, original comedy, creativity, nature, run my own business, independent, looking for a confident, intelligent guy with a good sense of humor. Everybody says that, or just meet cool people. All right, Erin, you know what? You're 23. You can list all the internal qualities, external qualities, like list something about yourself. You didn't try too hard. And Erin, in my opinion, would be the 10 that you go for. So this would be the kind of girl you would go for and also have the opportunity and chance to get with, because she's not all about being hot. There's some girls on the Instagram where you see they have like 300 pictures of just them naked, or like half-ass naked in like a bathing suit, or just showing their body or their face, how hot they are. But the thing is, they also have like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100,000 followers. Because they have so many followers, it's hard for you to break through. Now, because Erin is model quality, but she's not relying on her beauty, you have a chance of getting through and breaking through this girl. It's like great opportunity here. And it's all about seeing where your competitive advantage is. And this would be a girl that you have a lot of competitive advantage with. So this would be one I recommend you go all the way for. Next one, Lexi, hot as fuck. She says, no hookups, sorry. All right, Lexi, you're going very bad here. How are you gonna save it? She goes, humble, funny, opposite of high maintenance. Woo, nice save, girl. Nice save, good recovery. So although she's hot as hell, she said no hookups, which was pretty basic, and her profile is basic, like in terms of like, the picture is that of a hot girl's picture usually, but she says humble. Very important. When's the last time you heard an attractive woman claim to be humble? Whether she is or not, claim to be humble and claim to be the opposite of high maintenance. Even though her profile picture is her like standing in a garden with like some purple dress on, she's claiming that she would be absolutely fine going for a walk or having a beer with you. That's what she claims. So you know what? It may be bullshit. It could very well be bullshit, but just because she's making the effort to even be this person, I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10 and let her pass. I'd say this is one you should also pursue, right? This is another opportunity where the girl might be really high maintenance, but she's trying to be better. She's trying to be different. She's making an effort. And for a girl that's that hot, to try to make an effort is very hard and very rare. So this would also be one of my very well recommended ones you go for. It's a Michelle chick, artistic, just very basic photo with a little leaf here. Happy, healthy, and curious. Be kind always. Short profile, short and sweet, really nice. She's 37, so she's a woman, so she should be talking like that anyways. And I think she has a pretty face, so that's pretty cool. This is what you absolutely don't go for. It's like a -4 here. This girl named Kay, bud tenter at a dispensary. She goes, only love my bed and my dog. Man, I'm not sorry. Oh. If Jesse was listening, he'd be upset. Only love my dog and my bed. I'm not sorry. What the fuck are you on this profile for? Why are you even here? Why do you exist? What is the meaning of you? What is the meaning of you? Why do you exist? What is your purpose on this earth? If you're on this earth to not love anyone besides your dog and your bed, why are you here writing this with a picture? I hate you. I hate you. But wait, there's more. Diamond is my #1. I guess that's her dog's name. First of all, your dog's fucking named Diamond. Let's not even go there. So if he don't like you, then sorry, fam. Oh my. He know if you took me out or not. So be real. stick around or not? Not Netflix and chill, bro. Like the emoji with the hand on the face. I work full-time, currently managing a dispensary, and I commit all the time to my dog. Wow. This is the fourth comeback to her dog in like 4 sentences. So, I mean, she should just be one of these girls that like put peanut butter on her pussy and let the dog lick it off. Let's just be real. Men 6 feet tall, please. Jesus. Men 6 feet tall. Oh, this chick is delusional. Women any size. Wow, so women get a pass. That's fucking feminist, racist shit, bro. That's sexist. That's sexist, racist, and feminist. Not that feminist is bad, but in this context it is. Why do women get a pass any size, but men must be 6 feet tall? It should be like, yo, no women under A-cup breast, please, or some shit like that. Open bisexual, not just looking for couples or friends. Just be real. Go on dates and adventure, maybe more. Don't message me if we didn't match. I hate her. All right. So here's another girl that's absolutely beautiful. This would be one of my go-tos. It's a Ukrainian girl. Her name is Natali. She's 32. Doesn't have the perfect face. She's, my friend Alex would say she's perfectly imperfect. She's perfect, but not. She's beautiful, but not perfect, right? Dressed amazing, of course, like in this great orange thing, sitting on the side of a fence in a park with woods and her shoes off. Just wonderful. It's a beautiful way to be dressed. And let's read a Ukrainian girl's profile, shall we? Ukrainian girl working in logistics. That's different. I'm quite passionate about outdoor activities. Reading. Let's continue just for the hell of it. Traveling, live music, cottages, concerts, and oil painting. Family and career focused. Have an amazing son. Speaks Ukrainian, Russian, English, and German. Just a little bit. You, educated, loyal, positive, down-to-earth gentleman. As of this moment, men are booking their tickets to Kiev and Eastern Europe. I like this Taylor chick here. She's pretty cool. She seems to have some job stuff she does. Takes herself not seriously. A little bit thicker than I would like, but pretty enough. Takes herself not seriously. Family photo here showing her work. That's pretty cool. She's like general pass. Now, let's look at this Katherine chick, okay? She says, newish to Toronto, just moved from wherever she moved from. Beautiful girl. Fucking gorgeous girl. Looks like a girl in like an Abercrombie and Finch kind of commercial. Very pretty, 25. Her friends are pretty. But look, she takes the risk of posting a photo with like some like weird guy. Or, I mean, the guy's not weird, but the photo is kind of weird. She's like, the guy's like holding onto her arm. She has her arm around his neck. Maybe that's her brother. I don't know what's going on. So this is a weird photo. But she took the risk to post it. I like that. I appreciate that. So she would automatically just get a pass for the attempt at being weird, I'll be honest, right? So I give this one like a 7 or 8 out of 10 based on who she is. You're not looking at what your rating of like what the ultimate woman would be, because that's not realistic, because you're not somebody's ultimate man. Well, the way it works is you say from all the profiles that what this person is able to achieve from where they're at, you give them a pass on that. For some girls in LA that just like, they were like grew up in like really, really rich families in Beverly Hills, like for them just getting out and volunteering like once a month is huge. Like that's huge for them. Like even if they do blow on the weekends, if they're getting out and volunteering, that's huge for them, right? That's like a huge step. Versus like somebody who grew up in poverty in a third world country and being nice to your neighbors is a common thing. For them, having outward entrepreneurial success would be very impressive. So it's all about where the person came from and what they're committed to. All right, let's look at this Shantel chick. So this Shantel chick, all right, this would be something I would call wifey material, okay? This is like another one of these 10 on 10s, go for it. If you're lucky, fucking, find out where she works. Just happen to have coffee there every day for a week and then try to get a number after, right? So Shantel, 30, gorgeous, of course, like, 9 on 10 here in terms of just looks. Posts a picture with her obese friend who's getting married. That was an interesting subject choice. Interesting photo. I don't think she's doing it to be better looking than her friend. I think she's doing it to show that she thinks her friend is beautiful and she's happy for her. And she has a diversity of friends. Really interesting move there. Really interesting move. Now you go down. She says, I'm looking for someone to enjoy all aspects of life with. Someone who will challenge me mentally and physically. Bonus plus if you're family oriented. About me, I'm driven, optimistic, and I love to laugh at my own jokes. I have 2 kitties and they're hilarious. If you're lucky, I'll introduce you. 10 on 10. 10 on 10. Platinum. For I choose here, I'd hit her up still. All right. We're gonna go for one more here, which I think is a great girl, a little bit more chubbier, but still pretty face, beautiful hair, feminine, beautiful dress, looking elegant in front of some mountains somewhere in Europe with some boats in the background. She's a little bit older, might be perfect what you want. Now, because she's a little bit thicker, some guys would just pass on her, but I think this is a woman that you should have in your life because you would enjoy her feminine energy. My buddy James, we call this James thickness, okay? So her profile says, honest, family-oriented, and compassionate, serious with a silly side, bit of a nerd, active with a sense of humor, all sorts of sports. I enjoy traveling, going to new places, and trying new things. Spontaneity is fun. Also cooking and trying new food. Food is always more enjoyable with great company and meaningful conversation. 10 on 10. Boom. Now again, these girls are 10 on 10 because they're listing internal aspects, internal qualifications of themselves, what they're looking for, what they're good at, what they bring to the table. This is great. These women know themselves. If you have a super like, send this chick a super like. If you meet a girl like this, treasure her. Treat her well. Take the time to get to know her. Go on dates. If you don't, just hook up with her and sleep with her. It's still an amazing experience. Then you've accumulated a whole bunch of friendships with amazing women, and you're surrounded by nothing but amazing women. And guess what? They know other amazing women. And it's just great to have them around you because they encourage and add texture to your life. And you get to be a strong male figure in their life, and even like a brother. So there's no harm here, no loss, okay? Another one here, this Jessa chick, not a 10 on 10 in looks, okay? Let's just be honest. Not necessarily, but not a 10 on 10 in looks. She's like a 7.5, 7.9 to 8 in looks, whatever you want to say, okay? Now, but her profile is amazing. So to somebody who likes this kind of look of the person, like this not aspirational Hollywood look, not fake tits, not big boobs, not whatever, just a normal runaway girl next door, amazing profile. 40 plus countries, she says, so she is cultured, okay? I have memorized the King's Speech from LOTR, so that is from Lord of the Rings. My goal is to run a country dash utopia of the size of Sweden. Aspirational, funny, ambitious, and visionary. I like that. The hunters hunt, the farmers market, etc. We make the rules, and everyone is thrilled to be there. I just think it was dope. That just made me enjoy life reading that. So I'd send her super like. Okay, second to last here, Holly Ann, bad as fuck, hot body, you know, tattooed up, little tight shirt. And she goes, I'm a girl-is girl who's not afraid to get her hands dirty. I'm super outgoing and bubbly and a blast to be around. I like the balance in that. I can appreciate any kind of balance in a woman. Seems to be a person that's secure. I have a beautiful baby boy, so she has a son. She's 28. He's my world, my best friend, and I own a business I own a business sealing driveways, so construction business. She has her own. How did that start? Was that with her previous boyfriend that she started that with, and how did that work out? But it's pretty cool she has that. She goes, asphalt and seal coating. Love to work out at the gym. Obsessed with crotch rockets or spikes. Love tattoos, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If that's your type of girl, go for it. And last but not least, Marika, who would be your perfect like 10 physically, right? Nice, young, beautiful skin, beautiful eyes, bright smile, huge boobs, beautiful hair, blah, 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 blah. But even what she wrote is pretty interesting here. Hockey and baseball. She wrote something in French. Easygoing, enjoying life. Easygoing, enjoying life is a big inner game quote for a girl that's that looking. That looks like that, right? For her to say that is huge. I've learned that men have two emotions, hungry and horny. I appreciate the humor, and guess what, bitch, you ain't wrong. If I see you without an erection, I'll make you a sandwich. Good night.